What's up, guys? So unfortunately, this problem has been going on for the last 3 years, this one being the third, and there have already been 2 videos uploaded about this one being the third. So hopefully this one is the one that gets through Twitter's thick skull. So if you're a person who uses Twitter, then you would know that there is an unnecessary amount of porn on an app that was made to share your most inner thoughts, not your most inner holes. And over the years, it has gotten worse and worse. If I'm not following someone I'm following is following someone who posts porn. And it can be gay, straight, trans, I don't have an option. And with all this porn floating around like plastic in the ocean, you would think they would have some regulators regulating some regulations. But they don't. And there aren't. Within the past week, I have found 30, maybe 50 accounts that are either children or people pretending to be children selling explicit photos. And those are just the ones that popped up. There were easily more than 100 of these all following each other. And apparently it's this whole community that uses specific hashtags to spread their content around to the few people that actually use them, whether it be children or adults. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with MAP, no maps, maps, whatever you want to call it, it basically means minor attracted person, or as we like to call them, pedophiles. If you guys want to know a little bit more about that, you can watch these 2 videos. For my video though, I'm going to be showing you what these people they're talking about are defending and what they do that apparently lets them slide under the radar. So the way I found out about this was I was looking up porn on Twitter because if you can't beat them, join them. And as I'm scrolling, I noticed these posts with like 20 or something hashtags and I'm like, holy shit. I keep scrolling and I'm like, does that say jailbait? So I'm like, there's no way that someone can use the hashtag jailbait, but apparently they can, which literally opened the door to a whole fucking shitstorm. So at the time of me recording this video, there are basically no tweets using the hashtag jailbait, but that's like someone using the hashtag, I think kids are sexy, that's going to be an obvious giveaway. These people are smarter than that. The hashtags they use, and they're still being used to this day, so feel free to report, but the ones they use are MAP Twitter or TWT, AAM Twitter, Cartography Twitter, Sweet Tooth Twitter, and basically any variation of those. And if you're confused about the cartography one, I was too until I realized that like means that you draw maps. See what I mean by they're smart? Kind of, because I can see someone who's actually into maps being like, that's not a map of Mexico, that's a child's vagina. Speaking of, not going to say that again, but when you click on those hashtags, that is what you're going to see with no warning. And if it's not that, they're asking you to buy pictures of that. And I'm not going to sit here and show you a bunch of posts with blurry photos because, quite frankly, I don't want to look at that any more than I already have to. But basically, if you do click on them, these are the kind of posts you're going to see, which actually happens to not have a naked child on it, but basically it says their pronouns, sexuality, and what they like. And then some of them have either DM for age or age and location, and what that means is basically they put a simple math problem that equals their age instead of just putting I'm 15 or whatever. Some of them even have longer equations with division and multiplication, but it always adds up to nothing more than 16. And of course, under that, you would have preview pictures or a menu of what you could buy. And some of these girls have over 1,000 followers. And this one of the worst ones was this girl. And for those who want a long story short, this is her @ You can go and report it. Trust me, you don't need any explanation of why to. For those who want to continue, basically this is the peak of what Twitter has been allowing to go on for a little more than 3 years now. So the girl I just mentioned, according to her location, is 14, and as you can see by her pinned tweet, she is selling. What is she selling? Well, why don't we click on that website in her bio that conveniently lists all that out. And just in case you missed it, she also lets you know again that she is 14. A 14-year-old who is selling boob with bra, boob with no bra, butt with panties, butt with no panties, and then, you know, you can for $25. Did I mention she's 14? She also has this other site linked where people can ask her questions, and it's exactly what you think. Imagine having to post nudes for attention. It's so I can attract buyers. Where do I submit my application for the open job position of obsess over you and make you feel loved plus valued? In jail, you fucking weirdo. And look, I can sit here and go over all these accounts with you, but I already feel like the FBI is about to just wait for me to leave my house so they can arrest me. Either that or they're about to break in for me clicking on one wrong hashtag, which is literally a whole 3 letters off a regular ass hashtag. Like if you type the wrong thing, you might get bombarded with children selling their pics like it's OnlyFans. And Twitter has done nothing about it. Or I should say they do delete the accounts that use the hashtags, but continue to let people use the hashtags. And like when they delete an account, there's literally just 20 more that account follows that they miss that are doing the exact same thing. And if your guys' curiosity does get the best of you and you end up going to look at these instead of just reporting the account, just look at some of the replies to these posts. Like the girl I was talking about also posted this, and then we got these 2 guys like, DM me and you're perfect. She even posted her location and proof of age before she deleted it. Like I said, this is just one out of the hundreds of accounts that are following each other and retweeting doing the exact same thing. And also, I'm not sure if this is like super recent or this just started to gain traction again, but none of these accounts are like older than a month old. I'm assuming it's because they keep getting their accounts suspended, but that literally does nothing because some of these girls are already on their third account and they already have over 1,000 followers. Yeah, guys, check out these two videos if you want to know what these people talk about. Other than that, you guys know what to report and where to find it. I don't blame you if you don't want to search up any of the hashtags and go report them that way, so you could just look up the accounts I showed you and go from their following if you don't want to taint your Twitter search history. I really don't understand how this is still going on. Like, wasn't it just last year Pornhub was getting sued because someone was abusing their system to upload videos of an underage girl? This is literally the exact same thing, only you don't need an ID to sign up, and it's the kids themselves uploading the videos. Other than that, guys, let's hope this video gets the attention of Twitter, because there's no way a 14-year-old should have a big enough following to where she can be selling a girlfriend experience to people. Whoever's daughter, niece, sister this is, and she has posted her face, but y'all gotta check up on your kids or whoever it is once in a while, you know, probably just like once a week, go into their room to make sure they're fully clothed and not naked in front of a phone. I will say there are a few boys doing this, but it's like a 10-to-1 girl-boy ratio when it comes to all this on Twitter, so I don't know. Yeah, guys, fix the problem, Twitter. See you next week.